We just got back from Singapore and we want to tell you all about it. Oh, hi! Welcome back to my channel. We want to share with you guys an amazing weekend we had in the beautiful country of Singapore.
So Singapore is awesome. Like, that was one of the best cities we've ever been to.
Yeah, absolutely. It was so incredible.
Like, it was sad after when we were leaving and it was like we only had 2 days here, and it felt like, oh man, like I wish we had longer to explore the city and to experience it. And we were at the end kind of saying, oh gosh, I hope that one day we are able to come back here and spend a little more time.
So we left on Friday morning from Malaysia to go to Singapore. It took about an hour to fly there. Basically, we reached our cruising altitude and then the pilot came on and said, flight attendants, prepare for landing.
That's right.
And then we came home from Singapore on Sunday evening. So we were not there for 3 full days.
First impression of Singapore is it's hot there.
Oh my God.
Like, we're in Kuala Lumpur here. Like, it's hot here almost every day. Is high 20s, low 30s. It's fairly humid here. And so it seemed unimaginable to me that Singapore would be noticeably hotter than it is in Kuala Lumpur here, but man,
and
it is hot.
Humid. We are boiling.
Time to get out of the heat.
Our hotel was right near Orchard Road Street.
Fairly close to Orchard Road.
Orchard Road. So we went for a long walk up Orchard Road and it was beautiful.
Orchard Road is one of the kind of main shopping areas of Singapore, and so you have, all your high-end shops and other shops for the regular people like you and I.
So after a few hours on Orchard Road, we went back to our hotel dripping wet and showered and changed and got ready for the evening. We had reservations at a restaurant that was closer to the Marina Bay area. And that was when we were like, oh, this is the Singapore that we've imagined. It was so beautiful. The Marina Bay area is stunning.
Apple store in Singapore. This is pretty spectacular.
After Friday evening, seeing what we saw on Friday, we decided on Saturday we were just going to take it slow and immerse ourselves in a neighborhood and just take it in, as opposed to trying to hit the ground running and see as much as we could in the short period of time that we had. We could tell by Friday night we were in love and we just wanted to take it slow. We are in Singapore.
It's awesome here.
It's fantastic. So our first stop on Saturday morning was Chinatown. We walked through Chinatown and took in the sights of, the market and the stalls, and it was neat.
Sights and the sounds and the smells.
A handful of the food stalls were closed. They opened only for dinner, but you got to see kind of what that whole neighborhood was like, and there was actually a really beautiful, was it Hindu temple? A Hindu temple that was under construction, so we couldn't actually see as much of it as we would have liked to. But beautiful architecture, it's just a different architecture than what we would see in North America. So walking through those streets and seeing the architecture and being a part of Text us when you land in Taipei. Our kids are flying back to Kuala Lumpur. They just got on their airplane. Can't wait to see them. We went past the oldest hawker stall market. Is it called a market?
Maybe.
Not sure. But the oldest one in Singapore. And it looked incredible. It truly did. The 2 times we went past it, it was bustling, super busy, lots of people, lots and lots of food options. We didn't eat at anything like that this trip. Maybe one time in the future, if we go back, we would eat at a hawker stall there. If you've been following along our journey at all, you know that I ate something over here that did not sit well with me and I ended up in the hospital. So I've been really, really cautious moving forward ever since then. So we decided just to play it safe and not have any street food while we were there. I'm sure we could have. I'm sure it's delicious. Next time I will try some. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I will link that video in the description box below. But basically, after about 2 weeks here in Kuala Lumpur, I was taken by ambulance over to a local hospital. Spent a couple nights there, and my digestive system has been healing ever since. I will link that video below and you can check it out. This is so amazing. I can't believe we're here. Oh my goodness, I can't believe we're here.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. The view is spectacular, right?
This would be amazing at nighttime.
Yeah, sure would.
Now, we had the choice to either come up here now or come up here tonight and forego a dinner reservation that we've already booked.
The sacrifice would have been the fantastic Italian dinner we're
Italian
anticipating.
dinner! And so I would rather have a really great Italian meal. So we are coming up now and foregoing the beautiful evening lights.
Yeah.
But it's still spectacular in the daytime.
This meal tonight better be good.
We are boiling.
Time to get out of the heat. If you can't take the heat, stay out of the observation deck.
I'm really
That's what they say.
I'm really thankful though, because look at blue skies.
Yep.
The first time we've seen blue skies today is when we came up onto the observation deck.
Yeah.
And that makes my heart very happy.
That's right.
Everywhere we go, Jeff makes new friends. Whew, it's nice to get into air conditioning.
Thank goodness.
Oh, it is warm. Warm, warm, warm.
Singapore is like 1 point something degrees from the equator, so we're in the hot spot.
As you know, food's been a little bit of an issue for me on this trip, so I really wanted to prioritize having a great meal tonight at dinner. But that was so worth it. That was spectacular.
So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, to Maurice's channel, you really ought to subscribe and follow us. You know, our family is on this amazing journey where we quit our jobs, we sold our home and packed all of our stuff into a 10x13 storage unit. And we're on this journey now of spending some time in Southeast Asia with our family and figuring out what's next. And we'd love for you to join us on this adventure.
We are right near the Riverwalk.
The river. And we're walking.
It's right around the corner from our hotel, so I think tomorrow after breakfast we're just going to come down here and go for a walk along the Riverwalk.
Yeah, that'd be enjoyable.
But for And now we're heading out for dinner
Yep.
to an Italian restaurant.
Gonna have Italian food.
I'm very excited about that.
It's gonna be good.
So if you are ever in Singapore and you love Italian food and want authentic food, this guy had a picture on the chef had a picture on the wall of his nonna and his mom from 2 different parts of Italy. We met him and spoke with him. If you ever want a really great Italian meal in Singapore, go to Guccio with
Chef Marco.
Chef Marco. It was unbelievable.
Awesome. He wants to give people the experience of the types of food that his mom and his nonna that they would cook. They would be proud of him for the meals that he's cooking.
And they would be.
Oh man, it was amazing. It really was.
Here after dinner, we saw the Super Tree Grove
Just before the lights went out.
just before all the lights went out. We didn't see the light show or anything, but we saw it just before the lights went out. And then as we were leaving the park, we saw a very romantic proposal. I thought it was romantic. Jeff was making fun of it.
Super romantic. The guy proposed by playing a song that says, "I'm looking for something dumb to do. Let's get married." Congratulations. I'm laughing at him, but he did a good job.
He did a great
It was
job.
romantic.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will be a memorable and special night for them.
Anyway, I'm so glad that we made it here to this
100%.
part of the park.
Yep.
We came here after dinner. Obviously, we knew there wasn't going to be a light show because we know what time that's on. But it was just so amazing to be immersed in it. It's so spectacular. And these super trees are like way larger than I thought they were. It's really amazing.
Yeah, it was awesome to be here for sure. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad we made it.
So we stayed at a hotel, an older hotel called Paradox. We tried to find something a little more on the affordable end in Singapore, still really in a great location. And it was literally, you left the hotel lobby and you walked to the dead end, like right there, the dead end road, which led to the Riverwalk. And on the final morning there, we walked down this Riverwalk, which I assume would be incredible to be at in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Filled with cafes and restaurants, some Michelin star, we passed a handful of Michelin star rated restaurants on this Riverwalk, and it just was beautiful. Unfortunately, it started getting a little drizzly, which at first we liked because it was so humid. It was a really great break from the humidity.
And then we didn't.
And then we didn't because it picked up, it started raining even more, and then it brought in a wave of fresh humidity, and it was
pretty uncomfortable.
pretty uncomfortable. We met a couple from Australia. He was stopping to take photos, and then I was stopping to take video. And so they would pass us, and then we would pass them, and we kind of kept on going back and forth. So we got chatting with them, and they pointed out a family of otters that lives in the Singapore River that we were walking beside, and they popped their head out, and we got to see them for a minute. And then a few minutes later, they actually came out of the water and walked right along beside where we were. So that was a really unexpected thing to see walking through Singapore.
Yeah.
Otters.
The sign of a good burger is how messy your hands and face are.
Yes, that's a good burger.
That's true. Very good burger. Singapore. We recommend it.
I'm for it. Honestly, it was so lovely. Something swelled in our hearts when we were there. Something swelled in our hearts, and I was in tears a number of times. And I said, I don't know what it is about this place, but I love. So as of right now, we have no plans of going back there, but it is definitely on our bucket list of places to visit again in the future because it was absolutely beautiful.
Like I'd say, over the years, because we've been blessed to be able to travel to a number of different places, and over the years, from time to time, people will ask, like, where's a place that I really should try to go to, right? And I've always said, at least for me, I've always said like Hawaii is one of those places that, like, man, if you can get that on your bucket list and never go. Yeah, to go to Maui was amazing. Going to Italy and France was amazing. But Singapore would be one of those places now where I would say, man, if you can ever get to Singapore, that is really an amazing experience that I'm sure you wouldn't be disappointed in. Singapore tourism, hit me up.
Let us know if you've been to Singapore. What are your must-see sites, things that you think that if we go back, we absolutely need to make sure we take in. We only had 2 nights there, so we did not see not even a fraction of all that Singapore has to offer. We would love to hear your other recommendations in the comments below. Thanks for watching today's video, you guys. We hope we see you back here next time at I Am Loved.